Hello friends, this is Sabri here. Hope you're all doing great. These days I'm habituated publishing these videos. If I don't publish the videos, I'm not feeling fulfilled. Thanks for all your support. Continue supporting me by subscribing to my channel. This week we are going to see about volatility. What is volatility? What is historical volatility? And what is implied volatility? Why? Because volatility is one of the significant component in all the components that decide on options price. In my next video, I'm going to publish you about the components that decide on the options price. For that, this video is a predecessor. Without much delay, let's go into today's session. Historical volatility versus implied volatility. First of all, what is volatility? Volatility is the movement of stock price on a specific day from its lowest point to highest point. In this chart, assume this is a daily chart, focus on this green candle. Price move from this lowest point to the highest point, right? Price fluctuate within this level. This is called volatility. And here in the right side, I have Apple chart. The candle's size or the lowest level to highest level for each of the candle may not be same. It will be different, right? By seeing it, you can make it up, right? So there is an indicator called ATR. This ATR will help us to calculate the average volatility for a given period of time. So here, if you see the ATR, it says ATR means average true range. It says $8. So when Monday Apple starts trading, the price of Apple from its lowest point to highest point will be approximately $8. So this is what volatility means. Now we go to historical volatility. Historical volatility has a specific formula for calculating. I'm not highlighting or explaining you about the formula. My objective is not for you to explain about how to calculate historical volatility, because these days all the platforms are sophisticated and readily provide this historical volatility number or implied volatility or whatever the volatility is. It will provide the ready-made number. My objective in this video is to how to trade using this volatility numbers. So theoretically speaking, historical volatility is calculated based on the volatility in the stock price. What is the use of historical volatility? I'll explain after covering the implied volatility slide. As I mentioned, historical volatility is derived based on the past stock price. Implied volatility is calculated based on the options price. This will decide on the future expectation of stock price. It's forward looking. Historical volatility is past data. Implied volatility is forward looking. How the implied volatility is calculated? We have supply and demand in market, right? Supply and demand is there for stocks. Supply and demand is there for options as well. When options price increases due to increase in demand, implied volatility increases. If option price decreases due to reduction in demand due to lesser demand, option premium also goes down, and implied volatility also goes down. So let us take a real life example. We need a household item. We are going to a shop to buy that household item. For example, we need a TV, or for example, we need a bag of rice. Okay, we go to shop to buy a bag of rice. When do we buy something? When the price is low or when the price is high? Of course, we buy something when the price is low, right? And when do we sell? When the price is high, we sell. Say for instance, I'm a rice producer. I'll sell it when the price is high. Same applies to stock market and options as well. When the implied volatility is more, what's the meaning? Option price is more. So what should we do when the option price is more? Do we need to buy? No. When the option price is more, we need to sell. So how to interpret the implied volatility percentage? At what level we consider the implied volatility is high or low? So this is the screenshot in the right side. I got the screenshot from TD Ameritrade. I think similar to this we have in all other platforms. So in TD Ameritrade we have current IV percentile. Okay, under the trade tab in today's option statistics section we have current IV percentile. If it is less than 25%, we consider it as lower implied volatility percentage and option prices are low. When option prices are low, when the current IV percentile is less than 25%, what we'll do? We buy. When the current IV percentile is more than 25% and less than 50%, we consider it as a price is above mediocre, so that we'll go ahead and sell. It's okay, kind of. It's okay to sell. But if the current IV percentile is more than 50%, then option price are extremely higher, then it's good time or high time to make the selling. Sell call or sell put. If you expect the stock price goes up, sell put. If you expect the stock price goes down, sell call. Alright. Now we understood what is implied volatility. Now, in what way we use implied volatility in tandem with historical volatility? Here I have the Microsoft chart. Focus on this third box. This blue line is implied volatility and purple line is historical volatility. So right at this blue light bulb, your earnings happened. So right at the time of earning or before earning, what will happen? People will buy options to hedge, right? There will be more buying, right? When there is more buying, what happens? Implied volatility goes up, right? So what we should do? We should sell at that time. So let us check here. See, right before earnings, implied volatility is rising, right? And after earnings, what happened? Everybody will wind up their position and implied volatility goes down. And historical volatility, just before the earnings season, nobody will buy, expecting it's risky to trade at the time of earnings. So the stock price will be lower. And after earnings, if earnings is appealing, then appealing or discouraging, people will go ahead and buy or sell after the earnings. So historical volatilities will rise. So here, why I explained this, because we compare historical volatility to with implied volatility. If implied volatility is above historical volatility, then we sell. If the implied volatility is below historical volatility, then we buy. Historical volatility versus implied volatility. Few facts for you. Historical volatility is factual, unknown using past data. Right? It will not help us in ascertain the future stock movement. Implied volatility, whereas, is forward looking. It helps us to determine the future price of the stock. Implied volatility increases when option price increases, and vice versa. How the historical volatility is derived based on the stock price. How the implied volatility is derived based on the option price. What is the significance of historical volatility? Why should we know about historical volatility? It helps us as a reference. If the implied volatility is above historical volatility, we sell. If implied volatility is below historical volatility, we buy. Implied volatility will help us to identify the risk. If implied volatility is more, the future price tends to go up extremely higher or extremely lower. So it's a little risky when the implied volatility is more. For example, I have a home. I'm expecting a hurricane is about to hit my home. Okay. There is a weather prediction that tomorrow there is a hurricane and it's going to impact Houston. Okay. So if I go for today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. Sunday I'm expecting a hurricane. It's going to impact my home. So if I go to an insurance agent and ask him to provide a premium policy, he'll charge pretty high, right? What is a wise decision at that time? Is a wise decision to sell a policy or buy a policy? When the risk is more, sell the policy, right? That's what happens in options as well. And how the historical volatility is calculated? Theoretically speaking, standard deviation of look back period and annualized. How the implied volatility is calculated? Annualize one standard deviation of the underlying for the rest of the option. So one simple tip to keep in our mind while considering implied volatility with respect to options is, when implied volatility is more than 25%, go ahead and sell the option. When the implied volatility is less than 25%, go ahead and buy the option. Thank you, friends. Keep supporting me. If you have more questions, comment under this video. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.